Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I go by the name of Ishubi Gazi, but my real name is Taita Satana Guama. I hope you guys are well and taking care of yourselves. I might be looking a bit crusty right now, but yeah, I'm tired guys. I'm too tired too. Yeah, I'm just too tired. Anyway, I just wanted to say my mic, I charge, I use one. Dating my friend. But I'm gonna try. Maybe it's my charger that has a problem because I charge it daily long guy, and I think I think I charge. But anyway, today I just wanted to reflect on the year 2025. I was actually even lazy to make a video, but I was like, you know what? Since I said I want to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year, Mandy's saying it. So please help me reach that goal by subscribing to my channel. I create fashion content, I create career content, well, careers I'm interested in. So it's mostly aviation, cabin crew, and also administration jobs. So if that's what you're interested in, please subscribe to my channel and help me to reach 100 subscribers before 2025 ends. Anyway, so reflecting on the year 2025, I think it has been quite an interesting year. Starting off the year, it was so hectic because I remember last year, if you've been here or if you've been watching my videos, I think I recorded last year when I was still living at my cousin's, and also when I arrived there, because I arrived in Durban in November on the 19th of November. I think my interview was on the 19th of November. It was a call center job, and I arrived there, and then I worked. My training was throughout November and December. Yeah, my training was November, towards the end of November, and then we went on the floor mid-December, and then January my training contract got terminated because I didn't meet the standards and blah 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 and all of that, and that was shattering. I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna apply for call center jobs again. That was my last call center job. It was very traumatizing, and I've only worked like one call center job, or two actually. The first one was customer service, but I didn't do calls much, and then the second one was I had to sell with sales. So the first one, customer service, but I wasn't on calls mostly. I was on emails, and was I on chats? No, I was on emails mostly. And then the second one, I was on calls full time, but it was sales, so I left. And then the third one, before I even started, it ended before I even started, and then I finally got the fourth one. And then I was so afraid to speak about it. I got my first call center job. I was so afraid to speak about it. I was like, oh my god, the same thing might happen, so let me not speak about it, let me not talk much. The same thing might happen, but months went by, and I was like, okay. But obviously I would get, like, I'm seeing something on the floor. We were given a gift, so my card fell on the floor. So yeah, okay, anyway, yeah, and then months went by and everything was fine. Well, they were, obviously not everything is going to be fine. There were ups and downs here and there, and I was just like, oh my god, what is happening here? But let me just mind what I came here for and not look at a lot of things and not pay attention to the unfairness or the cheating. Okay, it's not really cheating, but like, it's like not everything is fair play. So mandingas or into is easy because it seems like not everything is fair play here, clearly. But anyway, yeah, I've been there for quite some time now, and I was on my what's this, because they kept on being like, oh, you need to be more confident and blah blah blah, all of that. So I was on this other thing. It was a 4-week thing. I forgot what it's called, and I was afraid. I was like, oh my god, they might let me go. But now I'm no longer afraid as I was before. Like, I'm no longer scared. I'm just like, whatever happens, my life is in God's hands, and even if I do lose my job now, I will be fine. Even if I have to go back home, even though the situation back home is it's not so great, but I will be fine. I know I will be fine, because I know everything happens for a reason, and also like it's for my good. Most of the time it's for my good, even though I may not see it, because people usually say everything that is happening to you is happening for you. So even if it's something bad, you might not know it, but it's happening for you. Like, it's happening for you in a sense that maybe your future self, like it saved you from other things, or like I don't know guys, but they, like, it makes sense to me. City, everything that's happening to you is happening for you. So yeah, I'm in a much better space now, obviously, but even where I live, it's not the best of conditions. But you know what, I'm trying to make the most of it and trying not to complain, trying to be grateful for what I have and where I am, I think. Because even with everything else, like maybe emotionally you get, and people are like, don't you get lonely, don't you miss your family, don't you, and now you have to explain. Well, you don't really have to explain, but it's like, oh my god, you guys, like, not all home situations are the same. Like, if you would know, did I even press record? Did I even press record? Yes, I didn't. It's almost 6 minutes. So not all situations at home are the same, and people are like, are you going back home for Christmas? I would have loved to go back home for Christmas, but I was like, you know what, this is the perfect time for me to be by myself or go to my cousin. I don't have the money to go back home. I don't have the budget to go back home. I'm just gonna go back home some other time when I've budgeted for it properly, because I was just gonna go back home for a few days. But I was like, you know what, when I apply for leave as well, if they approve it, then I can go back home kabuhle and not like rush myself, because they gave us Christmas and yeah, the 26th off, plus I was going to be off the weekend. So yeah, and I didn't go to the Puti Kuma Modeling Expo. I was excited about that, excited to go. Interesting. It was interesting. I saw the stories and status update. It was interesting. Anyway, this video is about me reflecting on the year 2025. The beginning of 2025 was a bit rocky. Like, it was a bit rocky. It actually rocked me to the core. It rocked me to the core. And then I also applied for, there was this other job, Mr. Price job. I didn't even put on lip gloss, I forgot. There was this Mr. Price job. It was a fit model job. I spoke about it. I think I spoke about it on one of my shorts. I was hopeful that I was going to get the job, but I didn't get the job. And I think part of me feels like I spoke too soon about it, or I told the wrong people, and it just like didn't happen. And I also attended an open day for Qatar Airways. That didn't go well. I didn't even go to the next stage. I was really shattered, because at that point I was really desperate for employment before I got my other call center job, because the other call center job I started training in April. So the months from February, March, they were just the worst. I was even saying I'm gonna go back home, but I had hoped that I was gonna get called at Mr. Price. So I stayed, and I was like, okay. And there was also this other job. It was a restaurant. They took my fingerprints, but it took quite some time. Like, it took quite some time, because I had to go to a postnet to take my fingerprints. And then they were quiet for a long time. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Jersey. It was just, so all in all, it was just, it felt like things wouldn't get better, but things got better. I kept on praying and kept on clinging on to God, and like, not, obviously at some point it'd be like, why God, like why, like I'm trying, like it felt like I'm trying, but all my efforts are just like, and that's like thrown in the bin. I don't know what, like all of my efforts are for nothing, felt like they're for nothing at all. So yeah, but I was like, okay, if I get this job, I'm gonna like do 1, 2 and 3, and yeah, you know, and all of that. But now like, being a human is like, now I'm actually tired of that job, but I'm like, God, let me not complain, let me stay until, I don't know, until something better comes along, because I don't want to just leave and then now I'm leaving, and then what's next? Yeah, well, what's next? If home was like a safe space for me, I would like gladly go back home, but I know staying home for too long is like not good for me. And yeah, man, it's not good for me. So yeah, if it was, I was just gonna take a 3-month break and just go back home, like after December, start afresh, go back home in the new year, take a 3-month break, or even not take a 3-month break now and stay here. But I feel like if I would take a break, I would want to go back home, be in the quiet, and just, you know, yeah. But anyway, nonetheless, overall 2025 has been not so bad, has been a good year, to be quite honest. But it started off as if it wasn't going to be a good year. It seemed like everything was just, it was going down. Like I was going through a lot. And yeah, man, how has your year been? How has your year been? And people have been celebrating their achievements. I saw a trend, umuntu abeni cake, and then achba, this year I did this year I did this. I think that's so amazing. If you can do that for yourself, you should. You should celebrate your small wins or your big wins, like celebrate them. And yeah, I thank God that He's carried me throughout the year and I'm still here. Even though like it sometimes it feels overwhelming and just the world feels too much, and yeah, and just sometimes I'm like I don't want to be consumed by the world, and like also the buying never stops. I feel like you want as a human, so I don't want that. I don't want to constantly keep wanting the next thing. I like I'm happy like where I am, but I also want to grow as a person. But I also don't want to be like, oh, I can't explain, because you want to grow, but you also don't want to seem like wena oko ndiyazi uba ndiyibeke njani ukwenzela izosounda right. But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. It's been long already. I was lazy to even shoot, but then I watched someone's video. I was like, I was inspired. I actually watched someone's video. I was inspired. I was like, you know what, let me wake up and shoot, even though I might not look the best, or let me just wake up and shoot and do this reflection video. And also I wanted to shoot a video about things that you can do in Durban, but I'll see because it's almost holiday. Well, December says opela, but yeah, I'll do it and I'll just stay here and yeah, people can watch. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for liking, and thank you so much for subscribing, thank you so much for engaging.